Hey Virgo, welcome back to Divinity Gems. Got your harvest full moon reading. Got to get out for you. Harvest full moon is in Aries. It's an Aries full moon. Aries being that first house, all about the me. My. Let's see how this is going to affect you. We're definitely going to use Black Moon astrology again. Shuffle for my Virgos. I'm going to pull a course of action spread. It's just 4 cards of current energy. What not to do or what to avoid is in the second position. Third position is this course of action moving forward. What to do, basically. And then fourth position is overall outcome. Pull some clarity out of the Crystal Tarot. All right, Virgo. I knew that was going to be there. All right, first position is the 4th house, roots. It's about family. It's about home. It's about our roots. It's current energy. Full moon's going to involve your family. What not to do. I got the confused look because this is benefits. This is part of fortune increase. This is gifts coming to you. This is a little confusing in the what not to do. Maybe focusing on what you're gonna get. Focusing on what you're supposed to have. Yeah, I see that it's focusing on what you're about to get or what you didn't get or what you deserve to get or what you should be getting. That is focusing on that. And that is in your what not to do right there. That's in your what not to do. Okay? Pull some clarity on that though. Third position. Next course of action. What to do? Healing. Chiron healing. And this is involved up there with this harvest full moon, as is Libra, as is Saturn. Involves a lot of get right there. This is a lot of get right. And so it is coming, this full moon, this harvest full moon comes around to change some things. I feel like it is the harvest moon actually gives back based on maybe from the summer solstice coming into the harvest. This is the seeds you've planted and this is the fruit coming up at the harvest. This is the harvest time here. And it's saying there's some definite healing that's going to take place here across this harvest moon. Some definite healing. And then overall outcome, Grand Cross Provoker. It is forming a sort of Grand Cross up there. If you check your astrology going on across this harvest full moon, it is forming some type of Grand Cross when it comes to Saturn. Saturn is the get right planet, it's coming around to make sure you get right in a certain area. I feel like it is home related for you, Virgo. Home related and healing those things. Maybe we touched on it a little bit, but they still feel like there's some healing that needs to be done in that area. And so this is going to provoke a situation, sometimes an argument or something, conversation that needs to be had around family for you. Sensitivity, healing, mothers involved with this Cancer, I feel card, nurturing. Let's go over to the vision. Crystal vision. Some nurturing going on, some family, maybe some mother conversations we're going to have when I see that Cancer, I feel come out. That's definitely mother type of nurturing type of feelings right there. How we take care of others, who took care of us. So I definitely go to the mother and then the roots. The roots let me know this is family related. Let's pull some clarity. Fourth house roots for Virgo. Devil energy and conflict. Maybe fighting with family. My loss for words at the moment, which is weird. I'm like, conflict with family, definitely there. Devil energy. temptation to have, to resist having it out with them because they're family, maybe. Or you're resisting this conversation because they're family. You don't want to tell them what they did wrong because they're family. But they were the negative thing, or in some type of way, they affected you in a negative way. And it is bringing healing to whatever way you felt done wrong, you felt a lack, you felt angry over, in any type of those, that type of conflicted feeling with the Five of Wands. It's in any way that there was fighting, conflict, arguing, stress. May have not been that extreme. May have been something small, a smaller conflict, but it was negative to you, or it affected you in a negative way with it coming out with that Devil card. And that was the clarity on the 4th house. I'm asking again because I want more clarity on that 4th house roots card, because it's showing me a whole lot of conflicts going on in that area. Hermit is out with the 2 of Swords in reverse. May have isolated yourself from some family members. And you didn't want to make a decision. You did not want to make a decision on them. You didn't want to deal with them. You may have just been over here in your own thing, in your own head, doing your own thing in your own world. The High Priestess came out. Deception sometimes with the High Priestess. Sneakiness. We find out some stuff that we didn't know. Secrets come out. Secrets come out. So some family secrets are coming out. Some family secrets are coming out, definitely. 7 of Swords is in reverse. So you're no longer feeling held back. You're no longer feeling like, mentally, this is a problem. This is not something that you're replaying over and over in your head anymore. This is you understanding this clearly. Whereas before you may not have known what the issue is. Now I think you're kind of going to be, if you didn't know, you're going to find out. And if you are starting to understand why you kind of want to separate you, or why you did separate yourself from these people or this person in your family, why you didn't make a decision on it, why you guys are not closer for some of you, some communication is going to be had, and some deception, some secrets are going to be revealed to you as well. Got the Lovers and the 2 of Wands. I feel like that's a choice in love for a lot of you. It is deciding who you want to work with when it comes to love. I feel like healing. This is the clarity to healing, though I didn't ask. I feel like that is clarifying that Chiron healing card and what area that you want to bring healing to. The Lovers. And how you are in union with other people, how you work well with others, or how you are in a relationship. There's healing brought to that. There's healing brought to that with Chiron. The Lovers is also sometimes choosing between 2 lovers. Then there's 2 of Wands out there. So deciding who you want to be with. Nine of Cups is in reverse, but the Emperor is upright. So maybe what you wished for before, when it came to love, when it came to what you wanted, you didn't get, or you're not getting. It didn't come out the way you wished it would, but it did not, or the reason I'm feeling like why it came out with this Emperor was to definitely make you stronger, to make you a more solid person when it comes to relationships, or just based on who you are, a more solid person. Before you can give into a relationship or be in a relationship, you want to be strong on your own. I feel like that's why it didn't give you, or not giving you, maybe the lover that you originally wished for, because that wasn't, or that person wasn't in your own best interest to build you up to be a stronger person. So maybe something that you wanted to play out, or how you wanted it to play out, who you wanted to choose or go towards in a relationship. Like that Nine of Cups in reverse, I feel like you didn't get the person that you initially wanted, but there was a reason for it, because healing still needed to be done in that area. Healing still needed to be done or brought to maybe some past relationships, or just overall. I do feel like this is still related to this fourth house roots, how you were introduced to love and relationships from your family. Because it definitely correlates to how you relate to relationships in love, how you were taught to love, how we were taught to communicate with our families. If we come from a household that was always fighting and full of stress, 9 times out of 10 that carries over into our relationships with our lovers. So it is about going back to the roots, because the conflicts we've been having in our relationships, or any issues emotionally, or in any kind of way that we have in our relationships, why our relationships don't work out, is showing me that it is directly related to your roots, how you were taught to love, and any conflicts you had in your family life, your childhood, your upbringing, any conflict that you had there, any insecurities you felt there, any stress, how you felt about certain choices that were made. And then, yeah, with the High Priestess, I'm feeling like secret stuff that you feel like was never said, never told to you. Why? The whys of certain things, why certain things happen, why did somebody do you this way, why did this happen, why did that happen. There's a whole lot involved in there in your healing. So going back to that is going to give you a new type of understanding, Virgo, that's going to help you heal, I feel like, when it comes to understanding why relationships go the way they go for you, why it didn't go, or it hasn't gone the way you wished it would. And it's going to build you up overall to show you, once you deal with that home root situation, I feel like it's moving over to building you up into a stronger person once you heal from that. And then it's going to make you a stronger person in your love relationships. Hard fortune increase is in the what not to do. I want clarity on that. Hard fortune increase. Watching the clock. Three of Swords in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse, and Eight of Wands upright. This is clarifying. Hard fortune increase. I feel like this is moving towards, and once you receive clear insight, this is moving towards something, definitely moving in that direction once you figure it all out. The Three of Swords in reverse is the heartbreak, getting over the heartbreak. Once you get over, and basically that's the healing. Once you heal, Three of Swords being in reverse. Once you heal, you're no longer going to fight with the Knight of Swords in reverse. Knight of Swords kind of is the rebellious. Mentally, once he knows he's kind of rebellious, but he takes action because he has mental clarity. He knows what to do. Also delivers messages. That Eight of Wands. I feel like you don't want to have this conversation. You don't want to have this family-related conversation, I feel like. This family-related conversation is necessary, though, across this full moon. You don't want to have it because you don't want some words to come out, some secrets to come out, some stuff to be said. But you may have to have it, Virgo. I feel like you're going to have to have it. Because it's going to show you clearly, it's going to give you clear insight on the why, to me. The why of how these two things go together. Your relationships directly related to how you were brought up, your home situation, your family situation, more specifically your mother. I'm going to say your mother because of that Cancer card. Getting over heartbreak with this Three of Swords in reverse. Getting over those things that made us feel hurt. Getting over hurt feelings is definitely involved in this. Maybe that's a conversation we've never had about how someone's hurt us, or maybe they weren't even aware that they hurt us. But it's getting over conflict. It's getting over conflict. It's getting over heartbreak. It's getting over hurt feelings. And to do that, you're going to have a conversation. And I feel like after this conversation is had, you'll know exactly how you want to move, Virgo, when it comes to these relationships. Changing your perception. It's also clarity on that part of fortune increase card. Changing your perceptions about what you have, your foundation. What would make things better for you foundationally? Let's say part of fortune. This is good fortune. It's good fortune. And what that Nine of Pentacles to me is building up, accumulation, building up your good fortune, building up those things that you want, stability-wise. Bringing those things into yourself, and you're changing your perception on those things. A lot of you guys will be changing your perception over how you view money and material things. Going to be changing your perception of that over this full moon. And what's most important, I feel like, is going to be your emotional stability, your healing, feeling secure and whole as a person, feeling content on the inside. I feel like the internal stuff is what it's going to be about for you over this full moon. Knight of Pentacles is in reverse. Page of Pentacles is in reverse. Moving. Not moving. Areas that you want to bring growth into. Because the Knight of Pentacles moves very slowly. He moves very slowly sometimes. He's in reverse, so I feel like that's just, if it's slow movement, it's not moving towards it at all. Things you haven't been moving towards, maybe. I still feel like this is related to this conversation. Okay. Ace of Wands. Nine of Wands. New strategy, new plan, new course of action is coming. There's a whole lot of fire here along with your earth. This is action to me. Action's being taken. So you will need to have this conversation. Yes, the Chariot is moving for you, Virgo. I feel like you're going to move away from anything. Yeah, King of Wands, King of Wands. You're going to take action on anything in your life, Virgo, that feels, or areas in your life that you needed to address that you haven't addressed when it comes to family, so that you can do some more emotional healing, which will prepare you and strengthen you when it comes to love and new love, romantic love that you want to move towards, going back and healing, so to speak, that inner child. Going back home to your roots. Definitely involving your mother, I really feel like. Grand Cross Provoker. Why is that out, Spirit? Grand Cross Provoker. Ooh, cycles changing. Cycles changing. The World card is out with the King of Cups, and it's changing your emotions. An emotional cycle change for you, Virgo. King of Cups, your emotions. Your emotions. You're going to be dealing with your emotions across this full moon, most definitely, Virgo. This is a harvest full moon. This is maybe something you've been working on for the last roughly 3 months. The last 3 months. And it's going to involve you talking to your mother, maybe. Some females in your family, some people who took care of you or raised you. Three of Pentacles is out in reverse. This is an interesting read right here. It's been pretty consistent. But I'm shocked at every card that falls out. Like, I'm almost like, wow, the way it's coming out. Foundational split. Three of Pentacles. Leaving the foundation sometimes. This is breakups and whatnot, but that is in reverse. Like, I feel like you are just looking for more stability. more stability. Areas that were not growing, this is going to address why those areas were not growing. So why we couldn't bring a relationship, or why we can't seem to bring new love into our life, because it's asking you to go back and find out some things, deal with some issues. You're going to learn some things by having this conversation. And if you have it, and if you go back home and deal with some roots, it's definitely going to answer those questions of why you couldn't have the relationships, or, relationships aren't coming together for you in the way that you wish that they would, or you would like them to. Going back home and having that conversation is going to help you understand. It's going to help you see. And in results, you're going to get over those hurt feelings that you had in the past when it came to your family. Once everything is out, all the secrets are out, all the truths are out, everybody has spoken their truth. At the end of that, you're going to feel better. You're going to not feel the emotional scar that you may have once felt there. That wound is going to be healed for you, Virgo. That wound is going to be healed for you, and you're going to feel a whole lot better moving towards romantic relationships. You're going to just feel a whole lot better about who you are overall as a person. It's going to turn you towards Emperor type energy, which is the strongest version of yourself. I feel like after you deal with that home related conversation. Six of Cups. Yeah, feeling emotional balance here. Feeling emotional balance. And you see that little girl down there, that definitely involves healing that inner child. That's my clarity there. Be moving towards emotional balance. And in order to get a better understanding of it, you're going to have some conversations. I feel like you're going to deal with some home roots. Dealing with that inner child there. Wheel of Fortune spinning on you. Traditions, might as well take the Hierophant out. So the family, the way you were raised, the way you were taught, the way you were brought up, those things that you are about to challenge. And yeah, this I feel like is just heartbreaks in the water, just leftover hurts and pains sometimes, and you just left those, and now we're walking towards something new. After you're healed, I feel like that's what you're going to do. The healing process is over. All your emotional, things you've released and let go of those hurt feelings. So any type of animosity or grudges we were holding towards somebody, I feel like you're letting all that go. Anything you were mad at some family members for, I'm mad at my mother for this, and she never did this, and in my childhood, my dad did this, that type of stuff, I feel like you're leaving all that behind you, Virgo, and you're walking towards a new light. You're walking towards a new light to find your happiness. Overall outcome. I think that's what this is for. So you leave all that past hurt in the past, finally healing it. 8 of Swords, getting out your head about it, feeling stuck over it. Why did these people treat me this way back then? Feeling stable again. Feeling stable in that home situation. Queen of Pentacles. That's the overall outcome. You feeling stability, whereas you may have felt a little bit of chaos, conflict, stress. At the end of this conversation, the end of this week, I feel like you'll be back to this energy of this Queen of Pentacles, family nurturing, taking care of yourself and others, feeling good about your stability, feeling good about where you are as a person, being stable in the world, being stable. Yeah, I think that's your read, Virgo. I think that's pretty much it in a nutshell. You're going to have to definitely do some home healing. And it then will correlate and transfer over to a romantic relationship with that 7th house partners. A romantic relationship improves after you go back and heal some things from your past, right? If you do need to book a personal reading, all that good stuff below in the description box. Hope you enjoyed it. Till next time, thanks for watching.